have time for that. Hello, my name is Tasha Smutney. I am a double gold consultant. I am also a 2-time IATAN card holder. And we're going to talk about what do you do as a team builder when you do want to go for that rank of gold, okay? And how do we structure our team to best do that? All right, there's a couple of different options for that, so we want to go over that, okay? Now, on our team, we do consider you leadership when you hit silver, but officially, a leader in evolution is that gold rank and above. So become a leader in evolution and earn that $1,000 monthly residual paycheck. That is the goal as far as gold. I know that also a lot of people, it's not just about that money, it's also about the fact that you do want to help people. All right. And knowing that advancing through those ranks, it is a lot of work, it is a lot of grind. All right. A lot of grit, I would say, but it's definitely possible. And we're going to talk about some ways that might make it a little easier to manage or make happen for yourself. Okay. So, first of all, that road to gold is paved with 3 silvers. In order to become a gold, there has to be 3 silvers under you somewhere. So, first, this is your main account, the account you signed up with when you joined Evolution. In order to be what we call gold qualified, so you're not gold yet, you're gold qualified when you have 15 direct agents signed to you. So this is 15 people right on your downline that you brought in, direct to you. So it can't be 15, but there's like 3 under number 2, right? 15 total direct agents. Okay. If at any point you get confused or lost along the way, go ahead, type those questions in the chat for me too, so that I can answer as we go. So we call this gold qualified. You don't have total what you need for gold yet, but you have enough people on your main account to be qualified to reach that gold status. Okay. So now, to reach gold, in that downline of direct 15 agents, 15 direct to you, there needs to be at least 3 silvers on 3 different legs. So I put a little bit of a scenario. Let's say your agent number 3 on your list has 9 or more direct agents signed up. They're a silver, right? Same with agent 14. 9 or more direct agents, they're a silver. However, agent 10 has a little bit of a different situation. Maybe this agent, their best friend signed up, but that's the only person they signed direct. But their best friend wants to build a team. So maybe agent 10 does not have 9 direct agents. Maybe they've got 1 or 2. Maybe they just wanted to get up to 6 to get their monthly fee covered, but they don't have 9. But one of their agents is silver. They've reached 9 or more direct agents. Here are my 3 silvers. 1, 2, 3. Now, if agent 3 is silver, let's pretend agent 14 is not here. Agent 10 is silver and there's a silver under them. That does not count because agent 10 is a leg. So there can't be agent 10 is silver and someone under them is silver. You can only count one of them. Okay. So as we get up into higher ranks, legs count underneath you. So if we imagine that this is, a family tree, we have agent 3 has a silver, it's them. Agent 10 has a silver, it's someone they signed, it's not them. And agent 14 has a silver, it's them. We can't have agent 10 is silver and someone under them is silver to count for 2. Does that make sense so far? Because it's important you know about that for structure, for what you have to do to get gold. Okay. So now, let's talk about how maybe you can get yourself gold a little easier without depending on anyone else. which is what I did. You are allowed to have 4 accounts with Evolution. Your main account and your second account, you have to be signed directly under yourself. The only way you can open additional accounts is to be directly under yourself. Your second account and your main account are with that social security number. Your third account and your fourth account are with what we call an EIN, an employee identification number for taxes. It is completely free to get as a business. Most of us just do a sole proprietor. That's all we do. You don't have to get any kind of legal business license. It's just an EIN number. Okay. So 3 of your 15 agents are your additional accounts, and they are silver. This is what we call self-made gold. Our founder, David McCovey, didn't want people to not be able to get to gold just because the people on their team chose not to build a team. Okay? Because our focus is selling travel. And as a mentor, we choose to be mentors because we want to help as many people as possible while also earning that residual income. So there's a question in the chat. Those EIN numbers are the same number. You only need one EIN number. Yes. So this is my social security. This is my social security. So the same number for taxes. EIN number, it's the same number. And I mean, technically it's connected to your social security number anyway. Okay, but that's the same EIN number. Okay. So you can have up to 4 accounts. And later I'll show you some of my information to show you my accounts. I don't necessarily want to put that in the recording because it has agents' information and I don't want to put people's names out there. Right? So you might be going, well, when do I know to open those additional accounts, right? I recommend that you wait to open an account until the current account is at least bronze and you have that monthly fee covered. So once you have 6 people, or even get that account all the way to silver, 9, because then at least that account has a buffer that you're going to get it paid for. You're not paying for that account. Okay. So when my first account is up to at least 6 or up to 9 as a silver, then I can open my second account with my social security number. I'm going to build that account to at least bronze, 6 people, so that my monthly fee is covered. Maybe up to 9, that's silver, before I open account 3. And I do the same before I open account 4. All right. Because the goal is not, let's just open 4 accounts. The goal is, let's pay for that additional account monthly fee as short a time as possible. Okay. Our goal is always to make sure that our accounts are covered. That's the biggest, reason of building a team to start. To get your monthly investment covered for you. Okay. Is this clear for everyone? I like to have a buffer. I like to be, I already have my 4 accounts, but I like to at least have, 3 extra people. So if people drop, as we know will happen, whether they cancel within the 10-day money back guarantee or whether they give up on doing this business, people drop. And you don't want to be like, oh no, I had one person drop and now I might have to pay for this month for this account or next month because you don't get the residual. Okay. So a couple of things. So that talks about, some of how we're building, how we could build ourselves. Gold hold. Once you hit gold, there is a hold in order to get your gold pay. So first of all, to be gold, you have to be gold at midnight PST, California time, on the last day of the month. So for me, I live near Boston. That is 3 a.m. In the back office, under your account, it needs to say gold consultant. at midnight PST, the last day of the month, into the next day. So when it changes from May 31st to June 1st, it has to say gold for me. That is step one. Now, we must be gold each night at midnight PST, the 1st through the 7th of the month. This is what we call the gold hold. We have to hold gold for 7 days. So if we drop on June 7th, we don't get our gold pay. So what we do is, if your main drops below 15, or one of your silver accounts drops below 9, you must replace it to get back to those numbers before midnight PST that day in order to be gold at midnight, says it in the back office. Please know that those cycle and your downline cycles, if you've ever looked, sometimes you're like, oh, I just signed somebody, but my total downline number didn't change. It cycles at the near the top of the hour, near that 45 to 0 of the minutes. And sometimes it takes more than one cycle for that to change. So you do not want at 11:30 p.m. PST to be trying to sign somebody. You want to do it as soon as possible, which is why we say keep an eye on your numbers and pad your accounts whenever possible. You want to make sure that your accounts have extra people. So if one person drops, you're not like worried, oh no, now I'm not going to get my gold pay. Okay. You want to make sure that you have some wiggle room. Which is part of why we always say to people, whatever rank you want to be, shoot for the next rank. So if you have agents who say, I just want to get my monthly fee covered of bronze, tell them to shoot for silver. Number one, it's going to help you with somebody under you that's silver, but also it's going to ensure that their account gets covered, especially if there's someone that chose to team build because they couldn't afford their business otherwise. Right? If someone couldn't afford their business without getting the residual to pay for it, we want them to shoot for at least silver so that they have wiggle room. Okay. So how do we grow our team and how do we maintain that gold status? Right. First of all, we call it staying in phase one, meaning don't stop all of your efforts just because you got to where you want to be. We're always doing the same techniques we use with that basic level of team building that we talk about in Intro to Team Building. We're posting ads. We're doing attraction marketing. We're drawing people to our pages so that we can continue to get people into meetings and get people to sign as agents. So don't take your foot off the gas and get comfortable because you're like, oh, I'm good. I'm where I need to be. Because things can change at a moment's notice as far as who's an agent, who's not an agent under your team. At one point, I was up to a downline of 120. And right now I'm hovering in that 75 to 78 people. And I do always stay in phase one. All right. Unfortunately, that drop in what I've had is what caused me to not be able to grow towards platinum in time for convention cutoff. Because that was my goal. I wanted to get it by April 30th so I could walk at convention. It just didn't happen. And that's okay. Because I know that I'm doing everything I possibly can. There's just a lot of ups and downs in team building. Okay. Once you have more than one account, you want to be adding agents to your account evenly. Okay. So, you've got everybody at, whether they're at silver, maybe you've got 3 accounts at bronze and your main, is at 10. We want, add one to your main, add one to account 2, add one to account 3, add one to account 4. I'm always looking at my numbers and looking at where do I need to add. Okay. So that might mean I'm giving a different link, enrollment link for different meetings. As we said, always shoot for that next rank so that you're helping to pad your accounts. Don't get comfortable where you are, because what if all of a sudden 3 people drop? Because maybe you signed 3 people on one day and they didn't pay their monthly fee the next month. They'll all drop the same day. Even if they didn't, quote, cancel, they go inactive. Okay. You're going to want to mentor and help all of your agents. All right. Mentor, working on helping people improve, develop, giving training, motivating people, coaching, inspiring. You want to be going to these next levels of team building. You have to really be helping your agents and all of the agents on our team. Those of us who are golds, double golds, and Julie are platinum, we don't just help our own agents. We help the whole team. Okay. And one of those ways is getting in front of your team. What's something you're really good at in this business that you can teach others? Even if it's something simple like, hey, I've done a good amount of bookings, I feel confident about things. Maybe it's volunteering for a live help. We're now calling Q&A live help from a mentor. Ask us anything. People can ask about quote help. People can ask questions. Live mentors available to help new agents or existing agents. That's one of the easiest to step into as somebody as a new trainer. Think about something you can do as a training, right? So you can get in front of your team. How much confidence would it put in one of your agents to be like, that's my mentor running this training? Wow, I must be really lucky to have this mentor. They run trainings, right? It could be something as simple as how to fill out a commission tracking form, how to do the credit card authorization form. Those are some basic trainings that we need. Maybe there's a vendor that you book really a lot of, and you really feel like you know that vendor well. You can do a training, a vendor walkthrough, and put an ad together at the end of that. Getting in front of your team and doing trainings is one of the best ways to grow your leadership and then in turn continue to grow your team. Okay? It really, number one, it boosts your own confidence, but it also boosts the confidence that your current team members have in you. And somebody who might be on the fence about, oh, maybe I'll just quit. I don't know if this person's going to be able to help me. They're in that first 10 days. I'll just do the get me your money back because I don't think I can do this. And then they go to a training and it's you. You're their mentor and you're the one running it. Suddenly they went, wait a minute, my mentor trains lots of people. I'm going to stick around, see how they can help me. Okay. And I know it's intimidating if you've never done it. Talk to one of us as a leader and be like, hey, I kind of want to do it, but I don't know what I should do. And we can talk to you about what your strengths are in this business and help you figure out what training you should do. Okay. Even if you start out and do one training the whole month, we can help you out. And it really does help. People who get in front of their team really do see more growth. And the other thing too is just because you're an agent who's experienced, don't stop going to trainings yourself. That's part of that phase 1 too. Don't forget that you can always learn something. No matter how long you've been in this business, you can always learn something. I have people who come to the same training that I do every week sometimes, and they say, every time I come, I hear something I didn't hear before. Right? Because I'm not just, I have slides, but I'm not just reading from a script. And I base it on who's there that day and the questions people ask, right? So these are the things that are really going to help you. All right. So before I start showing you some of my things, questions about what we talked about. Any questions before we do, I can show you some examples of my team and that kind of stuff. Or other questions, I should say. I'm going to stop recording because I don't want to share my